For example, when um, you listen to certain artists and you can recognize and say, oh yeah, you can tell where they got that riff. They've been listening to Eddie Van Halen. Or I can tell where they got that riff. They've been listening to, you know, any damn body. Why am I lost for words? Jason Richardson, you know. Or I can tell where they got that riff. They've been listening to, Toast Nobasi, you know. Or you hear a bass player. Oh, I can tell. Oh man, I can tell he got a little bit of style of that Victor Wooten. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, history, the whole history of music, someone has always been inspired by another person, and that's what's awesome about music, because music uh, is inspiring, and people take what inspires them and they use it, and they create their own creative genres and mix it up in a pot and come out with creativity, you know. So um, yeah, so you know, keep that in mind when you're out there creating your own music and songs and soundtracks to movies and shit. Music that you know gives you that remembrance of the time back when. It's just like, oh, what was I doing back when Dazed and Confused came out? Oh, I was a fucking teenager walking around, fucking getting high and stoned and shit. And the soundtracks to those movies correlate with the time that you remember back when you were 17 or 16 or a teenager or a child coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can remember back maybe when you were like 8, 9 years old, your mom listening to Marvin Gaye, or your mom listening to, um, you know, um, anything that your mom or your dad was listening to. You have childhood memories of back when you were coming up. You know what your parents listened to. You know what I'm saying? So whatever your parents listened to ultimately influenced you on what you were listening to from that moment on. So, I mean, music is universal, and you take that and you absorb it. And if you are an artist, then you have no choice but to use um, all the great music that you've heard and put a little bit of that in your own style. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Um, any artist that is not inspired by somebody taking what he or she created and what did I say? I said any artist that is not inspired by somebody taking what they created and making something new. Well, they're just that's just that's like completely wrong. If somebody takes anything that I made and was so inspired that they put that into their own music, well then that I feel very strongly that I've done a great job. I feel that I've given back to humanity in some sort of way. So but I'd like to think that all artists are that way, but I mean, I don't think that all artists are that way. It's like there are some people who, but there's ultimately nothing that you can do about that. I mean, if something inspires you, then you're definitely going to take that inspiration and, correlate it into your own shit and make something new with it. But like I said, there probably are artists out there that's like, oh man, he took my shit and fucking, oh, I can hear my music in his music, and I should sue the shit out of him. I mean, that's crazy. That's like insane. That's not really nothing that you can patent or own, really. That's just uh, I mean, music is meant for the whole world to absorb and take whatever from. I mean, what are you having search for if you can't, if someone can't be inspired, so inspired by you that they actually take your music and make more with it and do more with it. You know what I mean? So, you know, yeah. So, yeah. So, they say there's a difference between uh, an artist and a musician. A musician can read notes and take shit, far beyond or whatever, but an artist can do the same damn thing. I mean, I'm at a place where it's like, okay, I want to be able to read music and learn what all the greats know or whatever. But I mean, I'm I mean, there's people out there who are rare. I believe that I'm rare. I might, to most people, I might still suck. I don't personally believe that I suck, but to most people, I probably do suck or whatever. Um, but I don't think that anybody's better than anybody um, playing guitar. I think everybody has their own creative way of unearthing things, and nobody's better than anybody. Sure, you got those grandmasters out there, man, like Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, and all those guys. They are just the grandmasters of fucking shred, you know, and you know all that's great, and I hope to get up there someday with those guys. I am definitely not there now, but I mean, I believe that I don't have that far to go to get there. But reading notes and all that is definitely something that I can get into. Most people who start off reading notes, that's where they stay. They're not able to develop their own way of unearthing things because they've stuck with the sheet of paper that you know and then other people play and I can't hear the soul in their playing, you know. So, so there's that. But even with that said, I don't think that anybody's better than anybody, man. I mean, I can pick out uh, every inspiring moment in a song as it comes up. So even those who don't have, I mean, are not playing with soul, be that as it may, I can still pick out that inspiring moment that they've had in that song and says, when it comes to this part right here, and that's what, is the shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, yeah. Music comes from an emotional place, you know? You cannot think that, but I mean, all music comes from a very emotional place, you know? It comes from an emotional place, you know? So, all music does, period. So, yeah. So, yeah, so I'm working right now. I just got off work and I'm working on my own shit, my own creative genres going around, you know? So, I don't know. So, all right. So I just wanted to talk to you, all artists out there, about, you know, their art, whatever it may be. If it's sculpting something or drawing or creating music, just keep at it, man. Keep plugging at it, Keep plugging at it, And if you're just starting off out there, you might be a beginner. You're having some problems or whatever. You're thinking about putting it down because you're not getting nowhere. Just keep at it. Keep at it. You might play for some people and they might be like, it wasn't that very good. I mean, don't listen to people, man. You can't. One thing you can't do is listen to people. You can't listen to people. You have to continue to do your own thing, regardless of who likes it, regardless of who doesn't like it, or they might think that it sucks, or you might think that you're not very good or you're not good enough. Don't listen to the haysayers and don't listen to people in general. Because you know what, I found that people don't know what they're fucking talking about, man. They have no idea what they're talking about at all. You know, especially when you're talking to someone who, you know, is trying to play without even knowing, discovering how to play without even knowing a lick, without even knowing where to begin. You just begin wherever you begin, and then you start developing different riffs or whatever, and you know what I'm saying. So, I mean, these other people that are guided by teachers, of course, they're advanced because they know this, they know this, they know that, they know a F sharp, they know a G, they know this, you know, play me a F sharp, play me a G, play me this, play me that. So they've been led, they've been taught, but, you know, other people that learn on their own, they're discovering all these things on their own, but you can't hear the teacher behind their playing, so subconsciously they just automatically say, oh, this motherfucker sucks, or this individual sucks, or this individual is no good, or that band is no good, or this band is no good. You know, I can listen to any band and, you know, figure out where their creative genres is coming from. You know what I mean? Even if it's not my style of what I prefer to listen to, I can listen to it and you know, identify where their creative genres are. With me, there's only one type of music that I've tried to listen to and I couldn't listen to, and that's bluegrass. But the Mumford and Sons got some bluegrass, and they made bluegrass easy for the ears to listen to. I've tried to get into the bluegrass, but I just can't. But even though I can't get into the bluegrass, I can still listen to the creative genres that they have. It's very creative. The banjo is very creative. You know, I can listen to their creativity and, you know, and see that there are people out there who can get into it. But you know, the only thing close to that is probably folk music from Bob Dylan. That's the only thing I could get into that even comes close to bluegrass. But be that as it may, you know, having to do with music, I am the universal God because there's not any music out there that I can't listen to or try to listen to anyways. I'm someone that genuinely gives music a chance, no matter what it is, whether it's rap, R&B, old school country, country western fucking shit. I can't stand that, but I can listen to it and see where their creation of unearthing those songs are. You know, country ain't nothing but white man's blues. That's all country is, white man's blues. And the blues was originated with black man's blues, you know? Without the blues, there'd be no rock and roll because blues rock originated from the blues. You see what I'm saying? Rock originated from the blues. And heavy metal originated from rock. So, hey, you know, it all goes hand in hand, you know? They can say, oh, no, you know, I mean, when you get into, it's almost like they're sticking, like with metal, it's almost like they're sticking to a code. Like they're staying away from all the bluesy chords and just sticking to the Dorian scale. So you stick to the Dorian scale and don't go beyond that and you know, swim around everything around outside the Dorian scale, then you can exist in metal. You know what I'm saying? That's where the metal develops its genre from, by sticking to the Dorian scale and not going outside of it, but actually opening the Dorian scale up and unearthing many amount of things from it. You see what I'm saying? If you can understand that. But that's a whole nother message, you know. But anyways, so yeah, I'm just sharing my work with the rest of you guys. I've got 42 subscribers, and I thank my 42 subscribers. and I got a lot more on the way. And I encourage you to stay tuned. And I hope everybody's having a good time or whatever. And if you're out there still uh, struggling to create whatever it is you're trying to do, just keep at it. Keep hammering at it. Don't listen to people. Believe in yourself. Uh, Believe in God, and just keep at it, man. And don't listen to people. All right, more on the way.